Hello, sir. So moving on to the first question regarding a brief introduction about myself. I'm Binsu Abraham Kurian. I come from Kerala, which is the southernmost state in India. Currently, I'm pursuing my masters in mechanical engineering at the University of Wollongong, Australia. I had completed my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Mahatma Gandhi University in India. Post my studies, I had worked in a Fortune 500 company called Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited as a graduate trainee. After successful completion of 1 year of training, uh, I was being appointed as a project assistant on contract basis in the same company for the next 2 years. So during this tenure of time, I was being assigned in the projects department under the project called Integrated Refinery Expansion Project, which was basically aimed on increasing the capacity of the refinery. After the completion of my contract, I had worked in a manufacturing firm located in Pune, which was carrying out the manufacturing of automobile fixture parts and components. Apart from my technical skills and experience, I'm a person who is a quick learner and hardworking. I'm also keenly interested in reading, playing sports like cricket, basketball, volleyball, and so on. I also like traveling and going out with my friends. So moving on to the second question regarding a situation where I had to work in a diverse team and what were the challenges that I had come up with and how I overcome it. I remember about a situation where I had worked with diverse team members. This was during my tenure of employment in Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, where I was assigned in a project group which comprised of 8 members. Majority of the members were from different background of study. Some of them included civil engineers. The others were from management side and procurement side and so on. So the under the project group, we were being assigned to prepare the maintenance schedule of equipments, what maintenance activities that we have to carry out on different machines, how to perform the operation of erection and commissioning, what were the commissioning spares that we have to purchase and prepare, and several other aspects. But some of these aspects were quite unfamiliar with the other team members who were from civil backgrounds and management backgrounds. So it was quite challenging to work with these members, because in order to convince them regarding what exactly the scope of work that we have to perform and how we have to come up with the optimum solution was quite difficult. And each members were having individual perceptions and their own viewpoints and opinions. So certain times it became quite difficult to convince them regarding in order to come up with a single opinion. So for this, I had to provide them a brief description about what exactly the maintenance schedule of different equipments, what is the and I also took them to the project sites regarding what kind of machines that are being used in the company and what were the maintenance activities that were being carried out in order to keep the machine working, and what operational activities have to be undertaken. So finally, after having long days of discussions and regular site visits, and providing a brief description about what exactly is to be carried out, I was able to make them understand how the process has to be conducted, and what type of project schedule that we have to prepare and so on. So that was one of the situation where I had to work in a diverse group of members. So moving on to the third question regarding a situation where I had to utilize my technical competence in order to come up with a productive outcome. One such situation occurred where I got the opportunity to utilize my technical skill in providing a positive outcome. This was during my employment in a manufacturing firm in Pune, uh, while I was working in the design department. During this time, I was carrying out work activities related to preparing the drafted drawings with reference to the geometric dimensions, taking out dimensions from the drawings and providing it to the skilled workers, and preparing charts according to the different work activities. So during this time, a situation arose where one of the project failed to meet the inspection criteria and required dimensional tolerance. So this component was about to be rejected, which would result in a loss of, which would result in loss related to the manufacturing cost, production cost, and time. So this would result. This was a so I was given the task to redesign the product according to the drawing, and then provide the corrected drawing with the along with the product in order to be supplied to the vendor. So this was quite a cumbersome task because it would incur more time and machining cost. So I rechecked the drawing and conducted a analysis on what additional corrections and tolerance that could be provided in order to prepare the component with without any errors. So I consulted different departments like the welding and finishing departments, and asked for suggestions like whether it is feasible to add on a few material over the rejected component in order to in order to compensate the errors that has been observed. So after the consultation with different departments, I again redesigned the drawing, and as per the consultation, I also provided a provision where additional material could be added over the component. Further, the component was then sent for machining and then checked for inspection. Ultimately, the product met the required dimensions, and then it was supplied to the vendor within the time specified. So this could reduce the time and machining costs that would otherwise resulted in a rejection of the component. So this is one situation where I could utilize my technical skills using the software, 3D software, and in bringing out a productive outcome. And before moving on to the fourth question, I thank you for interviewing me and considering my candidature. So I would also like to know whether if being selected as a graduate engineer in your company, what would be the scope of work activities that I would be performing under the building sector department. Thank you.